One more thing rather explosively. 3 people told me off record. 2 people who have this in a written communication from Charlie.
I don't necessarily think they know what's going on yet. There's a lot of weird shit going on with this.
I know.
First of all, there was that one guy who was the decoy. All right, so you got this guy who's an older guy who starts yelling out. Didn't he take his pants down? He took his pants down. This guy was at 9/11. He was at the Boston bombings.
All the hits.
He called in a fake bomb at another place.
What happened to Charlie Kirk started vanishing, wiped like ghosts from the internet. The official story? So full of holes you could drive a tank through it. And now, the people brave enough to talk, Candace Owens and Joe Rogan, are tearing that story apart piece by piece. Because what's surfacing isn't just another headline, it's a reality check that could shatter everything you thought was real. September 10th, 2025, a normal day that spiraled into chaos. Charlie Kirk takes the stage at Utah Valley University. Moments later, panic erupts. Hours later, police claim it's all solved. A 22-year-old named Tyler Robinson arrested. Case closed. But Candace Owens just blew the entire thing wide open. She revealed that the night before his death, Charlie told close friends he didn't feel safe, that something dark was closing in. And now Joe Rogan's gone all in, calling out the lies, the cover-ups, and the so-called weapon that never added up. This isn't just a story, it's the one they never wanted you to hear. What's coming next will make your pulse pound. Stay close, because once you see what's hidden in plain sight, there's no going back.
First images of this rifle with a scope, I swear to God, it looks like he has a composite stock on it. Like it looks like a modern 30-06 rifle. So a 30-06, so that's the rifle. 30-06 is like, that looks like a very modern looking stock. I mean, it might not be. It might be just.
He wasn't just a conservative voice. He was the conservative voice, one of the most recognizable activists in the nation. Then came the twist, Tyler Robinson arrested. But what's the real story here? Because this isn't some random political meltdown. It's much, much bigger. Charlie Kirk wasn't your average commentator. He carried real influence and just as many powerful enemies. People didn't just disagree with him, they wanted him silenced. And now, the strange details surrounding what went down are raising more questions than answers. Even those closest to Charlie are starting to talk, and what they're saying is downright chilling. Now, here's where it gets dark, because this next part flips the whole story on its head. Candace Owens just dropped a bombshell on her podcast, the kind of revelation that should be front-page news everywhere. But of course, mainstream media is pretending it doesn't exist.
The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed. He told these people, I think they're going to kill me. Okay? He did not express that to me. That's why I'm telling you this, based off the testimony of 3 people. And I am saying this because I hope that these people who I think are good will be inspired to come forward with that. Again, those conversations I had were off record. I honor that. If I say it's off record, it stays off record. But I'm hoping that watching what I am doing and feeling the energy that is rising across the world for people who want to know what the heck happened on 9/10, that, they will be brave and they will say, yeah, Charlie did the day before he died think that he was going to be killed, and maybe tell us, who is they? Well, for once and for all, who is they? Who is the they that he thought was...
Candace revealed something so chilling, it's hard to wrap your head around. 3 different people, all close to Charlie, privately told her the exact same thing. He knew something was coming. Not just a feeling, not paranoia, he predicted it. And this wasn't some vague sense of dread. According to Candace, Charlie looked them straight in the eye and said it outright. Someone was planning to hurt him. Not someday. Not maybe. Soon. The night before everything unfolded, he reportedly said words that now sound like a warning from the grave. I think they're coming for me. Creepy, right?
Between the lines, did Candace Owens insinuated, saying it out loud, that President Trump is behind Charlie Kirk's?
And really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know. We just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in
Real, written exchanges straight from Charlie himself, confirming every word. And one of the people holding those messages? Not just some insider, but reportedly a major donor to Turning Point USA, the very organization Charlie built from the ground up. This isn't internet gossip or wild speculation. These are people from inside his trusted circle, the ones who knew him best. And now, they're the ones quietly sounding the alarm.
100%. Charlie Kirk was shot from the front, and the bullet did not exit, and at least a fragment of the bullet was recovered from his neck. And I'm going to tell you exactly where it was recovered from. I have fact-checked this information from multiple sources now. I've actually been sitting on this for a little bit over a week.
Candace didn't just talk, she confessed. And what came out sent shockwaves through the entire room. She revealed that her claims came directly from 3 credible insiders, people who knew Charlie, who heard his final fears firsthand. She's keeping their names hidden for now, but her message was unmistakable. It's time they step out of the shadows and reveal who Charlie was truly afraid of. Just imagine carrying that kind of burden, hearing someone warn that danger was closing in, and then watching that warning turn real. That kind of guilt doesn't fade, it haunts. Then everything shifted. Candace's tone hardened, her voice colder, heavier. She said this ordeal didn't just shake her, it destroyed her faith in politics altogether. Even her trust in Trump himself. "My heart breaks," she whispered, "because Charlie gave everything, his time, his loyalty, his life, to that movement." The silence that followed was suffocating. You could feel the betrayal in her words. She described the system like a machine, cold, calculated, unfeeling. When you're no longer useful, it spits you out without a trace of remorse.
They said that he took it apart and then put it back together again. Shut the f*** up. Do you know how much time it would take to do that if you were highly skilled?
To disassemble a gun.
To disassemble a rifle so that you can get it in a backpack. And by the way, not going to fit. Not going to fit. And then somehow or another reconnects it once he gets off the roof. What? This story is horseshit. Like, none of these things make any sense to me. Like, you're telling me that this kid who's not military trained, this guy, first of all, how did he get to the roof? How come nobody was looking? How come nobody was like, there's a direct line of sight between where he's sitting and those roofs? You guys didn't check? You don't have a drone?
When someone that close starts connecting the dots, people listen, even the skeptics can't look away. The point isn't blind belief, it's exposure. Candace isn't asking for silence, she's demanding sunlight. Now let's shift to the hard evidence, the forensic side. Because that's where the so-called official story starts to crack wide open. Candace says she went deep, combing through the technical details herself, and what she found. It's where the narrative starts to fall apart.
He's on the roof, he shoots, he jumps from the roof, he jumps down 14 feet.
Yeah, we saw didn't they have video of him jump? Somebody had a cell phone video of him jumping.
There's
down,
a video
right?
of him jumping. So this guy, whoever it is, jumps off of the roof and lands, whether or not he's even the guy who shot him. Maybe he thought he was going to shoot him. Maybe he's a patsy. Maybe he did it.
I feel like he's a plant. Did you see the video? Did you see the person doing the investigating on his mom's Facebook?
No.
You haven't seen this? Have you seen that, Jamie? Some dude online.
His mom's got a weird Facebook. I spill coffee.
What Candace uncovered didn't just challenge the case-closed narrative, it blew it wide open. She laid out something terrifyingly specific. A front-facing impact, not a clean pass-through, with a metal fragment lodged near the neck, dangerously close to the spine, perfectly aligned with the shoulder blade. That's not gossip. That's forensic precision. And here's why that matters. A front entry wound with the fragment still inside tells its own story. It's a straight-line trajectory, a map of the truth. You can trace exactly where it began and where it stopped. That line either confirms the official version or exposes it as pure fiction. And according to Candace's breakdown, the results weren't just inconsistent, they were impossible to ignore. The date.
Because then it's like, Candace, you have to have a formed opinion on everything.
No, you don't have to have a formed opinion on everything. What you do have to have is the ability to know when you don't know what the you're talking about.
But I just said that. I said that to you the entire time.
I said this would,
I said I don't believe it. And then you asked me and I said this wouldn't be the hill I chose to die on because I don't
but why
follow
even
it.
say you don't
But then came the twist that left everyone stunned. Candace revealed that investigators never recovered a single projectile matching the weapon they claimed was used. Let that sink in, that's massive. Officials insisted the suspect fired an old hunting rifle passed down from his grandfather, a relic from World
happens.
You can put the headphones on, you can hear it.
And again, emphasize what you just emphasized. We don't know any of the full details of this. We don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about.
That's what the crazy thing was.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, if it was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration.
What? Someone shot their gun off in celebration and killed him.
You shoot celebration gun.
World War I. But according to Candace, the fragment that was found doesn't even match that weapon's design. Not even close. So, if it didn't come from that rifle, what was really used? And more importantly, who actually pulled the trigger that day? Think about it. The entire case against this 22-year-old hinges on one thing, that he used his grandfather's vintage rifle. But if forensic evidence proves the markings don't line up, the whole story doesn't just crack, it collapses. Candace says she's been sitting on this verified information for over a week, and before going public, she cross-checked it with multiple credible sources. This isn't speculation. It's backed by confirmed evidence. And yet, major outlets remain silent. Why? Because this evidence doesn't just poke holes in the narrative, it flips the entire story upside down. And they know it. Now enter Joe Rogan, because this is where things take an even wilder turn. Joe's built his name on asking uncomfortable questions, and this time, he's not buying a single word of the official explanation. On his show, he brought up something almost no one's talking about, the decoy witness. According to witnesses, an older man appeared at the scene right as the chaos began, shouting bizarre things and drawing everyone's attention. People heard him scream, "I did it," before acting completely erratic. The confusion was instant. People froze, not knowing how to react. And that strange outburst? It might have been the perfect distraction, long enough for the real truth to get buried in the noise. But here's where it gets even more disturbing. It was a tough but fair call. Just because something looks suspicious doesn't mean we should leap to conclusions without evidence. Candace responded calmly, saying she wasn't claiming certainty either, just that something felt off. "I never said I know for sure," she told him. "I said something doesn't feel right." And that's the tension that drives this entire story, the clash between instinct and evidence. This isn't just politics anymore. It's about what truth even means in an age where everyone's living in their own version of reality. Candace doubled down. "I don't believe it," she said. Joe jumped in instantly. "Then why say you don't believe? Why not just admit you don't know yet?" Candace sighed and said, "Fine. Then I don't know. I haven't made a public statement. I haven't posted a video. I'm not declaring anything as fact." That moment hit differently. Because Joe wasn't wrong, big claims need big proof. But Candace had a point too. When inconsistencies pile up like this, it's hard to stay quiet and pretend everything makes sense. We're stuck in this uneasy middle, where the facts don't line up, but the truth is still out of reach. Candace stands by information from credible insiders she can't expose, while Joe demands hard data before believing anything. And honestly, both sides make sense. But here's the real takeaway. When an official report has this many contradictions, and when multiple people close to Charlie said he feared for his life right before everything happened, the public has every right to keep asking questions. That's not rumor. That's accountability. And speaking of questions, let's talk about how the media handled it. Because if you thought they'd treat this story with balance or empathy, you're in for a shock. One outlet, MSNBC, took it to another level. During a live segment, a host actually suggested that maybe, just maybe, the entire tragedy was a freak accident caused by one of Charlie's own supporters. Yes, they seriously floated that. That someone at the rally might have been celebrating and accidentally fired a gun on a college campus. When Joe Rogan heard that, his reaction said everything. Total disbelief. He called it a wild take, saying it's insane that instead of exploring real investigative leads, the media jumped to one of the strangest explanations possible. He summed it up perfectly. It's like the media will twist themselves in knots to avoid the uncomfortable questions. And honestly, when you see headlines like that, you start to wonder what else they're trying to bury. The MSNBC host even said, "We don't know, maybe it was a supporter firing off a weapon in celebration." You know how they do at big gatherings. Joe couldn't believe his ears. What? He laughed. Like it's the 4th of July? You can't even leave your house. That's insane. His expression said it all. Because think about what that network was really doing, turning a tragedy into another cheap political jab. They were implying that conservatives are so reckless, they might have accidentally taken out their own leader. That's not journalism. That's damage control. And it proves how desperate some outlets are to twist the story into something it's not. Now, let's bring it all together, because what's left on the table is chilling. Here's what we do know. Charlie Kirk told multiple people just one day before it all went down that he felt unsafe. 2 of them have the messages to prove it. That alone is a massive red flag. According to Joe Rogan, the official story asks us to believe that a 22-year-old with 0 professional training somehow disassembled a 100-year-old World War I rifle, packed it neatly into a backpack, climbed a rooftop, reassembled it flawlessly, and made a precision shot from long range. Joe, who's handled countless firearms and spoken to experts, said it straight. That's basically impossible. Candace Owens, who actually knew Charlie personally, says this case shattered her trust in the entire political system. She believes there's far more happening behind the scenes, and that powerful figures may have wanted Charlie gone. Joe, meanwhile, sees something broader, a pattern of confusion, distraction, and contradictions designed to wear the public down until they stop looking for answers. So what do you think? Was this really the act of a lone 22-year-old? Or is there something much deeper being buried under all this noise? Did Charlie Kirk know something big before it all happened? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. And if you want the truth to spread, hit like, subscribe, and share this video, because the story's far from over.